Hey everyone, it's Dawn here, and today I want to go over the Clark pedals, Clark pads, eWorks pedals, Clark pedals. They're called the eWorks one. I think this is their latest and greatest, and this is, I think they're on their first batch. There's several racers already trying them out and testing them and everything, and they're coming up with excellent results. And so I'm going to check them out. I just got this set in, and these are just for me to check out. And if I don't like them, I pass them on to someone else. But I haven't liked a lot of other pedals because I have been running the Adam G pedals, and I love these pedals. And these are the pedals that are on all of my wheels. Except my little baby ones, of course, but my EX30, my two masters, and they are just perfect for me, and I see no reason to change, and I get attached and I get loyal to one thing really quick. I've seen other pedals and stuff, but nothing too interesting until these. So these ones are very interesting to me. They are I don't know, one of my big things is I hate pedal scrapes, and I can scrape pedals on demand. I don't ever demand them, so I don't know why I'd say that, but like I can at will scrape pedals. So what I do like is this is finally, a lot of these pedals are just so freaking huge, and one of the things I really like about these is how small it is. It is now these are the okay, so Adam G has three different sizes, I think. He has the Pros that are very small, smaller than these, and those ones are on my Dirt Master because I really don't want to be pedal clipping. So I use the smallest pedals possible on my Dirt. Now this one is off of my Street Master, and because I'm working on my Street Master today, and these are called the Trails. And these are like the medium size, and I think that these are one of the best. So if you ever ask me which one I'd recommend, I'd say for general overall riding and stuff, I'd say the Trails. And if you want just absolute minimal pedal, then the Pros, because that's very, very small, and it lessens the chance of pedal scrapes and pedal clips. The only reason why I just has a different shape than the Pros, and they're a little bit larger because the Pros actually can be too small so that your feet doesn't feel like it has enough pedal to grab onto and push off of and stuff like that. So this is like the perfect medium for it. And I just dropped my notebook, but this is great in that it is about the same size, just a little bit longer there and there. So I'm actually curious because I'm like, that might even be a little bit better because that gives your foot even more grip, or it could scrape more. So I won't know that until I'm testing it all out. But and then it does stick out a little bit more over here. Wait, I don't have this lined up exactly, but I'll post up pictures and stuff. It does come out a little tiny bit more. So but I think this weighs, it is it's about the same. So more about these. Let's see. Clark pedals, eWorks, about $239 for the Begode ones, and then for the S19, S22, and Sherman S ones, $249. Don't quote me on any of this stuff. I took some notes, and but otherwise, check for yourself. But this is what I know so far. So this is a very interesting design, and I like this new design over here. So what they did is they took they made this billet, this base part, the black part, and they made it with billet 7075, not the usual 6061, and it's CNC, And then it has these interlocking fingers that come out that give this nylon more support. Now this nylon is injection molded glass reinforced nylon that is like the strongest nylon out there, and it's stronger than the Nylolove, things like that. This is the strongest aluminum billet, aluminum alloy that is available. So the 7075 sort of thing. So like everything is like the strongest. There is no flex in this. This is solid, it's strong. And then it has this curve to it. So the curve is built in. Now you've seen other pedals where they add blocks onto here, and you can take off those blocks if you don't want it. So what this curve kind of does is it kind of hugs your foot. So when your foot is on here, and it allows your foot, like if this was your toe, you can push down. It gives you a little bit more leverage, and it kind of hugs it a little bit more too. Not like a straight flat. Straight flat, you kind of can just slip right off of it, right? And curved hugs your foot. So I like that, and I like that it's subtle, because even though it's subtle, you can feel these things when you're riding. So I would prefer that they make these subtle things. The other thing is because this nylon part, it can be scraped, and racers have already been, and Chris has already experienced scraping on them. But when it scrapes, then it is not a grabby scrape that'll twist you. It seems to scrape smooth, which is good because, oh great, I didn't grab the pedal that I scraped on. Wait, I should have scrapes on here. No, I don't. Oh my gosh, wow, look at that. I guess it's the other pedal, but the other pedal, I had a really bad scrape on it over there, and it was fine. It slid very smoothly. But that's the thing, you want something that'll slide smooth when you scrape and not grab. And so far all the reports is that this will slide smooth, and it may hit the metal a little bit, but even if it hits the metal, that'll slide smooth as well. And the other great thing is this part, the colored part, is called the deck. And it is available in standard deck and a race deck. This is their race deck. So the difference between standard and race is that the standard one, this part here is going to come out more, go in and then come out over here. So the race deck is very minimal where it comes out, because you want it to be a lot slimmer, so you're not scraping as much. So so you get a choice when you order, 2 different decks, standard or race. And then they come in all 14 colors that the Clark pads, they make. They have all the different colors, and it comes in that. So the colors is great because you can now match, if you have your Clark system with the their little logos with the color, and you can match with your pedals and really have your wheel looking all like nice that way. So comes in all the different colors. And if you ruin the deck, you can replace them, or you want to try a different deck, or you like to ride with the standard deck, but then when you race, you want to switch the race deck or whatever. Or if they come out with other design decks, you don't have to buy a whole new pedal, because this is $239. You can just buy the deck for about $60 and replace the deck, So I like that. I like, the flexibility of that. Look at all the screws in there. And the spikes are pre-installed, so you don't have to worry about spikes. I can't tell you that these spikes, when I go to install them, because I've installed, several of them now, it does take a long time to get all of these little guys Loctited and in and all that. And it's not a problem, but it is a kind of sigh of relief that these ones are already pre-installed, pre-embedded for you. Now, I do not know if they are adjustable and if you can change them out for other ones. I do know that one of the pluses of the Atom G ones is that it uses the standard, oh God, what did he say? Like the mountain biking spikes. And so it's a standard size thing, and you can unscrew it, you can adjust it, you Loctite them in, and you can change them out. And these spikes are readily available on Amazon, on the market, and you can get different shapes, different colors, and all of that stuff. So that is all available to you. I don't know how that is with these ones. And these ones that it comes with so far are not the spiky spikes like I have on the Atom Gs. These are flat tops, which I'm not sure about yet. So I'll have to see how that goes. Also, the spikes start here. So there are no spikes in this whole section over here. Here's the first spike, here's another spike, here's another. So that's where the spikes, so I'm not sure about that. These ones, I do like that I have spikes here, here, here. So they're more in the center and like all over. So there is that. Another difference is that this is pretty easy to clean. There's not much to get dirty, except like inside each of these little holes. It's kind of annoying to clean those. You gotta like get something inside and clean that. So this has some of those as well, but this thing, I'm not so sure about, where it has these little divots inside there. To me, it's like, oh yeah, this looks so beautiful now, that's brand new. But once I'm stepping on them and getting dirt in them, is dirt and mud just going to collect all in there and making it look, but it's not too deep, except for all the screws. Like dirt will all go in there and kind of mess that up. So I'm not, like, I would almost like it better. You see how clean the front is? I would almost rather that all these screw heads were on the back, where it's easier to keep them clean, and have this clean look be on the top where I'm looking at it and where I'm stepping on it, and where dirt isn't just going to start clogging up those holes, is what I'm just thinking. And I don't know, no real life experience yet. I haven't installed them and tried them, but I'm just overthinking everything right now. So, okay, let's see. Titanium over here. The titanium shaft. The spikes are hardened and coated. This one is for Begode wheels, which means that it is compatible with almost all the Begode wheels. This is going to go on my Master, but this will probably fit right on my EX30 as well. Let's see. There is height adjustment over here, and it says to pop out this plate to adjust the height. And all I see is this one screw over here, which correlates to this screw over here. And I did turn the screw and nothing really happened. So I'm not really sure how that adjusts the height. But then there's also, I believe, this screw here will do dihedral angle adjustment. So, and this is actually kind of nice. It's, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's really thick. It's a really thick, nice metal over here. And I know that I did do this. I unscrewed this, and the hole is like elongated, so you can move this thing over here, close over here, move it back, and then inside there are two set screws that I guess you can turn those and help that like hold this out so that this doesn't come in. So this whole system here for the dihedral adjustment is really nice as far as I can tell. So you have dihedral adjustment and you have height adjustment. Not sure how the height adjustment works. I've never played around with any height adjustment things, so maybe I'm just not familiar with how that whole system works. But these are thin, so they're not clunking this. So it is thinner. Well, if you look at the nylon part, right, which is what we're holding it up to, so it is thinner than the Atom Gs. And what's interesting is that even though this one is slightly bigger, right, than the Atom G's, these are actually the same weight. They are 1 pound, 6 ounces, about. And that is, I did include the shaft and the screw on, when I weighed this, it was 1.6 ounces, 1.6 ounces. Now, Chris told me 1.4 ounces, so there's probably a little difference somewhere. I don't know, maybe my scales, but my scale's consistent in saying that these two are about the same weight. And I did include the shaft with it and the screw. Now, the Atom G comes with a shaft, and then this is a smaller hole, so it cannot back out this way. This is the front, and so the set screw screws into the front. What I've noticed is that a lot of dirt, in fact, I had to sit there for several minutes digging out all of the dirt that had accumulated and crammed and jam-packed inside of there before I could even get the screw out, which is a pain in the butt. So if Atom G ever was to change that design, I would say make this one the smaller one that can't get backed out, and maybe even close this hole for somehow. This being the wind is shaking my entire RV right now. So if it looks like I'm in a boat, that is why. Oh my gosh, this wind is horrible. That's why I'm hiding in here right now, because the wind is just horrible, horrible out there. So anyways, what I would recommend, well, to any of the manufacturers, I guess, is that this front hole gets packed with dirt. And this is even on my Street Master, which doesn't get in the dirt hardly ever at all. I don't even know where all this dirt came from. But anyways, if there could be a little plug or something that we can plug that up so that no dirt goes in, and just have the set screw back here so that we can back it out from the back, then that would be great. For this one, it is the standard design where you have the set screw back here, the set screw back here, and then the titanium over here. And I am interested when I install this, because the Atom G ones, you have to use the 2 washers, one on each side on the inner of the shaft. And this one didn't come with any washers for that area. So would be interesting to see how that works. But there it is. I think I have gone over all of the details that I know of for these pedals. First pedals that I'm actually excited to try ever since the Atom G's. And so I'm very hopeful about these ones. I'm very hopeful about this curve shape. When I was running the track the other time, my foot was actually slipping off of the pedals because I was pushing kind of hard or something, or the wind or whatever. And so what I did for that is I raised all of these spikes up, and that seemed to fix the problem. But there is something to be said about this flat shape as well, and this curve. So I am very hopeful about this. Let's see. Anything else I need to talk about? I can't think of any. All right, so that's it. Next step. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this enough. So I got these, and then they sent me these so that my wheel, I'm gonna say my bike, my wheel will actually kind of match a little bit, which will be nice. Because otherwise I just stick with all black, because that is that's just easy. But this color is really nice, and I don't know, it looks so pretty, right? And it's so light. It's so light. It's minimal. Love it. All right, next step is going to be finish installing them, put them on the wheel, then obviously testing them out. I'll be testing them out for a while, and then and before I come back to give you my final thoughts of it. But so far there have already been lots of riders using these with lots of positive feedback. So if you really need pedals now, this is definitely something that is looking really good out on the market right now. And I'd say, you know, give it a shot if you want to. I guess I can mention it whenever I ride and stuff. or maybe give you guys a quick update after my first ride with them and see how it is. But my only worries about this is it's going to get dirty. That's not really a big thing, but it is a little bit longer. And will that extra length make it so that I'm scraping more and I don't like that? Or will it give me more support that I need, more support and control and power that I need, because now I have a bigger base to push off of? So there's the question. And then, are these spikes sufficient enough for me? Or do I like the Atom G spikes better? And am I going to miss that it has a little bit less spikes down the center here? All right. So there you go. Thanks for joining me today. And I will give you more updates as I can. And I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.